Now, usually I never do an intro for a Let's Play series, but there's a reason I'm making an exception in this case. Today we're starting a playthrough of Metal Gear Solid, a game that, love it or hate it, revolutionized the way that video games are made, particularly with its heavy emphasis on story. While this definitely wasn't the first game to be very heavily story-driven, I think it was one of the first video games to really have a cinematic flair with its storytelling, and that has left a notable impact on video games that came after this one. However, the problem for this game is that it was preceded by two others, Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. The problem? These games were actually never released in North America until years later. However, the story of Metal Gear Solid is very heavily tied into both of these games. Now, this really isn't a big deal because Metal Gear Solid did a decent enough job at world building where you can kind of infer all the major plot elements from these two games. And in addition to that, the game comes with a brief synopsis of both of these games in the menu. Also, the game comes with a menu option called Briefing, which whenever you select it, takes you to a series of cutscenes which go over Snake's briefing for this mission. Now, I didn't include any of those briefing tapes in this video for the sake of time, which is very ironic considering the game franchise this is. However, I decided to make a sort of prologue video to this one. A video that covers the stories of both Metal Gear 1 and 2, as well as containing all the briefing videos. And while a lot of the really important details get covered in-game, a lot of other details about the plot are only talked about in these briefing videos. So if you want to go watch that video before starting on this one so you can get a little bit more of an appreciation for the story of this game, you can. But at the same time, I think you'd be completely fine just watching the videos as is. I just want to provide that option just in case. And one last note. I'm sure most of you guys remember I put a poll out a few weeks ago asking what game I should do a Let's Play of next. And this game did not win that poll, instead it was Star Wars Bounty Hunter. Now, whenever I first started filming this Let's Play, I had originally planned not to do Bounty Hunter for the meantime, simply because I wanted to take a break from Star Wars games. However, since then I've decided I want to have the two series going at the same time, so yes, Star Wars Bounty Hunter Let's Play is coming, but I still wanted to make this game series because again, I want to do the videos I want to make. I only bring that up because the first part of this video is a lot of me justifying my decision behind that, and you can hear more about it there. But just know that yes, a Bounty Hunter Let's Play is coming, and actually should be coming out by the end of this week. Well, that was a lot more talking than that probably needed to be, which means it's very in line with this video game series. Anyways, here's Metal Gear Solid. Hey guys, it's See You Dad, and welcome to what is going to be the very first Let's Play of the year. Metal Gear Solid. And we are playing the Masters Edition collection because I just got that game for Christmas and, well, I have just really wanted to play it. Also, you probably are wondering why we're playing this and not another game that may or may not have actually won the poll, and I have justification for it. It's up to you if you think it's good enough justification. So the basic thing is, I did put that poll out and I said, hey, whichever game is like the highest in the poll, that's the one we'll play next, and I put two polls out for the two types of videos that I was going to make, because I've realized I kind of only make two types of well, three types if you count the, like, big video essays, but those are every once in a blue moon. But I tend to do Let's Plays, which are, you know, actually kind of in the vein of like early 2000s YouTubers where we just play through the game and I commentate over it and I try to play it a little bit more legitimately. And then there's what I just call like the fun videos or the one-off videos where I'll either play, like dedicate a single video to a single game just to kind of like check it out and see what it's like, which I've been doing that with a lot of old Star Wars games and will continue to keep doing that. But then there's stuff like the Lord of the Rings videos I did at the end of last year, which really did well. But like in those, I'll play through the game, and kind of it's more of like a goofy, fun experience. I'm more like cracking jokes rather than taking the game seriously. And I like both styles of videos. I'm a human being. I got different parts of me. Sometimes I want to play a game more seriously and do it like a Let's Play, while still, you know, being funny, or trying to be funny anyways. And then sometimes I just want to kind of play a game for fun and make it stupid. So that's why I put a poll out for which game and what style you wanted to see next. And while Battlefront 2004 won the poll for the dumb game we're going to play, and hopefully by now at least one or two of those videos have already come out, Metal Gear did not, well, it didn't win the YouTube poll. That's what I'll say. It was actually Star Wars Bounty Hunter, and it won by a landslide, if I'm being honest. So much so, I kinda didn't... I almost felt bad for doing this, almost, but hear me out. So look, here's the thing, you guys love Star Wars videos. Like, the videos on my channel that do exponentially better than anything else is all my Star Wars content, and that's because primarily I am a Star Wars content creating channel. Well, not primarily. The most of the videos I make are Star Wars related because I love Star Wars. I also love other things, like Metal Gear. This is one of my favorite franchises of all time. But every time I try playing a different game, it doesn't really work out, so I know I'm shooting myself in the foot not doing a Star Wars Let's Play, because it probably means the viewer count's going to be pretty low, which I don't care. I make the videos I want to make. I don't make them for fun. But anyways, the point I'm trying to make is I don't want two Star Wars video series going on at the same time because I don't want to exhaust all my Star Wars content, and I don't want to get Star Wars out because I'm not sick of the franchise or anything, but like I kind of want to play something different on this channel for a little bit. So we're still going to be doing the Battlefront videos and probably a few other anthology Star Wars games here and there. And we will be playing Bounty Hunter after I beat this game. But I want to play this game first because, again, there's other game franchises I love and I want to play. If you don't want to watch it, that's fine. No one's making you watch this video. Go check out some of my other ones, or you don't have to watch me. It's free country. But I want to play this game, and I know some of you guys still want to play this because it did get a lot of votes, and I also put the poll on my Instagram page, which I have an Instagram for the See You Dad YouTube page if you want to check it out. It's actually kind of not very good because I just post the same shorts I post on YouTube, although the video quality gets scuffed to hell and back when I post it on Instagram, but it's still, they do pretty well. But yeah, I put the same poll on Instagram, and it was actually Metal Gear Solid that won in that department, so that's gonna be my justification. I did still win a poll, it just didn't get the most votes overall. It's just like the American government system. See, electoral college and all that fun stuff. Anyways, I spent like over 5 minutes trying to justify me playing the game instead of actually playing it. I'm sorry. Let's go ahead and jump right in to Metal Gear Solid.
The nuclear weapons disposal facility on Shadow Moses Island in Alaska's Fox Archipelago was attacked and captured by next-generation special forces, being led by members of Foxhound. They're demanding that the government turn over the remains of Big Boss, and they say that if their demands are not met within 24 hours, they'll launch a nuclear weapon. You'll have two mission objectives. First, you're to rescue DARPA Chief Donald Anderson and the President of Arms Tech, Kenneth Baker. Both are being held as hostages. Secondly, you're to investigate whether or not the terrorists have the ability to make a nuclear strike and stop them if they do.
What's the insertion method?
We'll approach the disposal facility by sub.
And then?
We'll launch a one-man SDV. After the SDV gets as close as it can, dispose of it. From there on, you'll have to swim. High-Tech Special Forces Unit Foxhound. Your former unit. and one that I was a commander of.
So they're still around.
There are 6 members of Foxhound involved in this terrorist activity. Psycho Mattis, with his powerful psychic abilities. Sniper Wolf, the beautiful and deadly sharpshooter. Decoy Octopus, master of disguise. Vulcan Raven, giant and shaman. And Revolver Ocelot, specialist in interrogation and a formidable gunfighter. And finally, in charge of them, Foxhound's squad leader, Liquid Snake.
Liquid Snake.
The man with the same codename as you. The nuclear weapons disposal facility covers the whole island. I'll instruct you by codec after you reach your target.
Anyone going with me?
As usual, this is a one-man infiltration mission.
Weapons and equipment OSP?
Yes, this is a top-secret black op. Don't expect any official support.
All of that, and it was just the introduction cutscene to the game before we even get started. Yeah. By the way, if you know nothing about the Metal Gear series, and this is kind of like your first introduction to it, just be prepared for very long cutscenes. These are probably going to be really long videos because of that. But it's also going to be easy to edit because I can just turn the volume up on those sections and skip right ahead to the gameplay. Haha. Anyway, so yeah, that's our premise. We're playing as Solid Snake, which is the same character we actually played as in the Metal Gear Let's Play. Which, that's right, this isn't the first Metal Gear video I made. Last year, I think actually sometime around this time, it might have been more in March, but I actually started doing a Let's Play of the original Metal Gear game from 1987, I think. Yeah, 1987, if I'm not mistaken. And that was like the origins of the series, the first ever game, the first one that really had you playing as Snake. Yeah, stay on the title screen. And there, in the lore, there is a game in between that one and this one, which is Metal Gear 2, which I think is actually Metal Gear 2 Solid Snake. However, what's funny is, while that game is still very much canon and the events are still happened, this game kind of repeats all the major story beats from that game. I mean, it's still a different story, but a lot of the same encounters and stuff happen, and it references it so much because I think this is the first Metal Gear game that actually really came out in the Western world. Before that, well, no, there was the really crappy NES games, but regardless, this was the first really big Metal Gear franchise, and it's called Metal Gear Solid because it's in 3D. I'm explaining we're not even 10 minutes in and I'm explaining Metal Gear lore this much. I need to talk to women. Anyways, let's go ahead and just get started with the game. Oh, and we got an achievement right out the gate. Okay, I'm gonna shut up for cutscenes from here on out. I'll talk to you guys in a bit.
I'm going to swat down a couple of bothersome flies.
This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me?
Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake?
Looks like the elevator in the back is the only way up.
Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. If you need to, contact me by codec. The frequency is 140.85. When you want to use the codec, push the select button. When we need to contact you, the codec will beep. When you hear that noise, press the select button. The codec's receiver directly stimulates the small bones of your ear. No one but you will be able to hear it.
Got it. Okay, I'm ready to go.
Alright, and here we are in gameplay, and we are playing as... I already said we're playing as Solid Snake, I don't know what's up. Anyways, by the way, just so you know the kind of tone, if you happen to know nothing about this game, which I have a feeling most people have at least heard of Metal Gear, it's kind of like a very cheesy spy action movie. Think something kind of like James Bond or Mission Impossible. Those are probably good descriptors and good inspirations for it. Anyways, I need to... Ah, crap. I also need to remember how to play the game. I have only ever played it once before, and on the original PS1... See, I'm dead already. Wow. This is going to be a great Let's Play, I can just tell.
Snake, what happened? Snake! Snake!
Ah, that's the button I'm looking for, the X button. Okay. Yeah, so despite being a huge Metal Gear fan, I have played this game before. I've never beaten it. I started, for the longest time, I just couldn't play it because I didn't have the equipment, any of the consoles it was on, which kind of was only the original PlayStation 1 and a few re-releases on other systems. No, that's not. I don't want to flip them over. Ah, crap. Okay, I'm probably about to die again. As you can see, the name of the game is Stealth, because, you know, tactical stealth espionage, of course it is. Ooh, ration, I will take that. So, yeah, we have to sneak around. You can see the mini-map and see guards' views for the most part. Other things like your footprints and stuff will mess you up. Anyways, you can choke out a guard, and I think it's the X button. Maybe I have to... It could have been like because I was moving, I grabbed him and flipped him over and did CQC. This game came out like almost 25, not quite 30 years ago, so it's a little old and janky. And let's just say they tried to keep the original feeling of the game in the re-release for the Master Collection. Let me see if I can... Gosh, yeah, this is gonna be a rough one, isn't it? Okay, I'll be right back. Yeah, maybe I should have just played Bounty Hunter. Hold on.
Snake, there's an elevator there you can take up to the ground. You'll just have to wait for the elevator to come down. You better hide somewhere.
Yeah, for now we're just gonna hide. I thought we could go under the forklift, but I guess not. I'll just stay right here. Anyways, yeah, like I said, I actually own the original version of this game on the PS1, and I've played it before. I got about halfway through, and then I stopped, and then when I heard the Master Collection was coming out, I was like, you know what, I'm just going to wait for that game to come out to see if the controls are any different or any better, because you know how playing on old game consoles can be sometimes, and I didn't grow up with the Hello! Oh. Gosh. This is just not my day, is it? Okay, so yeah, you can grab guards with the X button, and I think we knocked him out. Well, I can go hide. Okay, so he's over there. There's the elevator. So yeah, the water there just gave me away with the footsteps. I'm hoping... Okay, that guard is turning the other way. Oh, nope. And look, no, for the most part, this is my first time playing this game. And at least with trying to figure out the control scheme here and trying to remember the little bit I learned the first time I played it. So, I'm not gonna be great at it at first, as you've clearly seen demonstrated here, but just know we will figure it out, and I am still going to stick by my decision to play this game because I really want to. Anyways, okay, so yeah, just like that, you can sneak up and grab a guard, and if you keep pressing the X button, you can choke him out and kill him. So there, we've taken out all the guards, grabbed the ration, which is the health kit, and I think we might have actually done that without taking damage that time. See, we're getting better.
It's Snake. I'm in front of the disposal facility.
That took a long time. I guess you're feeling a little rusty.
Don't worry. It's been a while, but it's all coming back to me.
How's that sneaking suit working out?
I'm nice and dry, but it's a little hard to move.
Bear with it. It's designed to prevent hypothermia. This is Alaska, you know.
Take it easy. I'm grateful. If it weren't for your suit and your shot, I would have turned into a popsicle out there.
An anti-freezing peptide, Snake. All of the genome soldiers in this exercise are using it.
I see. I'm relieved to hear that. Already tested, huh? By the way, how's the diversionary operation going?
2 F-16s just took off from Galena and are headed your way. The terrorist radar should have already picked them up.
Behind D. Colonel, what's a Russian gunship doing here?
I have no idea, but it looks like our little diversion got their attention. Now's your best chance to slip in unnoticed. There are only 18 hours left until their deadline. You've got to hurry.
Wow, you must be crazy to fly a hind in this kind of weather.
Who's that?
Oh, sorry. I haven't introduced you to yet. This is Mei Ling. She was assigned to us as our visual and data processing specialist. She designed your codec, as well as your Soliton radar system. Contact her if you have any questions about either of them.
Nice to meet you, Snake. It's an honor to speak to a living legend like yourself. What's wrong?
Nothing. I just didn't expect a world-class designer of military technology to be so cute.
You're just flattering me.
No, I'm serious. Well, I know I won't be bored for the next 18 hours.
Come on. I can't believe I'm being hit on by the famous Solid Snake. But I'm surprised. You're very frank for a trained killer.
Looks like we both have a lot to learn about each other.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to learning about the man behind the legend. But first, let me explain about your Soliton radar system. The bright dot in the middle is you, Snake. The red dots are your enemies, and the blue cone shape represents their field of vision. Be careful, Snake. The genome soldiers have highly developed senses of hearing and vision due to their gene therapy. Make sure you don't let them see you.
First, I want you to infiltrate the disposal site and look for the DARPA chief.
The DARPA chief was injected with the same GPS transmitting nanomachines as you. He should appear on your radar as a green dot.
Get whatever information you can from him about the terrorists. If he's alive, that is.
Snake, your radar isn't affected by the weather, but if you're discovered by an enemy, you won't be able to use it.
Yes, it gets jammed easily, I'm afraid.
Yes, it's all made from currently existing technology. You won't be able to use it in an area with strong harmonic resonance, so be careful.
We'll be monitoring your movements by radar, so contact us by codec anytime you want.
Got it. I'll call if I'm feeling lonely.
Seriously, Snake, we're here to back you up, so call if you need some information or advice.
I'm also in charge of your mission data. Contact me if you want me to record your current status. My frequency is 140.96. It's a dedicated frequency for saving data. Don't forget it.
Remember, except for your binoculars, you're naked. You need to arm yourself with whatever weapons you can find.
I remember. First, I'm strip searched by Dr. Naomi here, and then all my weapons are taken away. Imagine yourself put in that position.
Well, if you make it back in one piece, maybe I'll let you do a strip search on me.
I'll hold you to that, Doctor. By the way, sorry to disappoint you, but I did manage to smuggle out my smokes.
How did you do that?
In my stomach. Thanks to the shot you gave me that suppressed my stomach acids.
Cigarettes? How are those going to help you?
You never know.
If you want to get in, there's the front door. It's the fastest way, but there's too much risk of being spotted by the enemy.
I can't just knock on the door and ask them to let me in. There's one sentry on the left and one on the right. They're armed with 5.56ers and pineapples.
What about the air duct near the door? There should also be a duct on the second floor.
I can't see it from here.
I'll let you decide the best COA. I'm counting on you, Snake.
Okay, we're back in control again, and yeah, so again, get ready for long cutscenes like that. Not always that long, and sometimes not always that short. You'll see later on. Anyways, so yeah, we got to get inside of this facility, Shadow Moses, and we kind of have to decide how we're going to do that ourselves. Also, you can go in the first person by pressing the Y button, and you can look around. So we need to, there's either an air duct on the second floor, or like we saw, there's one over there. There's also some equipment right there in the middle of the helipad, which we can try to grab, but it's a little risky. Also, we need to get to that truck if we're going to get our first weapon. So, also, I'm going to just go ahead and say this now, because I'll probably start pointing them out. This game actually does have a lot of secrets and little hidden details, and like bonus cutscenes if you do certain things. I'm not going to complete all of those. Maybe every once in a while I'll grab one if I think it's going to be fun. But for the most part, we're just going to be playing the game like normal, and if you do want to like see some of that secret stuff, you can just kind of look it up on your own. I'm going to see if I could maybe take this guard out. Crap! Ugh. So much for tactical stealth espionage. And of course, like she said, our Soliton radar gets jammed if we get spotted by the enemy. And that's why the corner just kind of cuts out whenever we get spotted, because, well, they're jamming us. That's the justification. I didn't mean to walk on the spotlight!
What can I do for you, Snake? Snake, remember what the Gaul said. The graveyards are full of indispensable men. Snake, you're all alone and surrounded by bad guys. Try to be careful and avoid getting into a fight whenever you can.
You're right. Wow, you know all sorts of great quotes, don't you?
Well, both my parents are from Guangdong, China, but I was born and raised in America. I've always liked reading literature from both sides. Kinda keeps me in touch. I'll share some more quotes with you if you like.
I'm looking forward to it. But to tell you the truth, I'd like to learn more about you.
Well, I'll think about it.
Also, yeah, every time you save the game, Mei Ling will give you a quote like that. Each game, I think every game in the series has something like that. A different character will give you a quote, or in the case of Metal Gear Solid 2, Rose will just contact you and be a major annoyance for the game. Other than that, oh crap, there's a guard coming right there. Please don't look this way, please don't look this way. Yeah, in case you couldn't tell, I don't really care all that much about, like, getting spotted or trying to play the game as efficiently as possible. It's not like Metal Gear on the MSX, where, like, with that game, frankly, I feel really good about my abilities playing it. Here, I'm just... Okay, I did grab him, I was worried. It's still... Playing this with a D-pad is still kind of risky, shall we say. Yeah, I'll go ahead and use a ration. And then I'll pick this one up, get inside the truck, and over here is the SOCOMP, which is our first pistol. We don't have a silencer for it yet, though, so we might just put that away for now. Okay, let's focus on getting up to the second floor. Like I said, I'm not a master at this game. I'm essentially playing this for the first time, which I always have fun playing games for the first time on this channel. But it also means...
Surveillance camera?
Yeah, surveillance camera. But it also means I'm just not good at the game, and you guys are gonna probably be ragging on me the whole... I just... You know what, yeah, no, I'm gonna just shoot you guys. I'm out of ammo, crap. Okay. He's dead. I'm just gonna hide out here for now. Oh man, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be rough. But I want to play through this game. And I want you guys who maybe are interested in Metal Gear but have never gotten to play it or experience it to get a way to play and experience it. Even if it's like the worst person in the world playing it. So, you know, we'll cross that as we get there. Anyways, we are on the second story, and let's answer the Kodak.
That base must have some kind of ventilation system to recirculate the air. There should be air ducts around there somewhere. They must need a lot of power to run the base. There's probably a diesel generator somewhere. And since generating electricity requires oxygen, there must be exhaust openings for that, too. You're not gonna believe this, but they shot down the F-16s we were using as a diversion with a Hind D. Then we got a message from Liquid. He said if we try something like that again, he'll launch the nuke. Snake, hurry up and get in there. That Hind will be coming back soon.
Snake, this is McDonald Miller. It's been a long time.
Master, what are you doing here?
I quit being a drill instructor, so I moved out here for some peace and quiet. I'm in retirement, just like you. Once in a while, I still help train the Alaskan Scouts.
Passing on the skills to a new generation, huh?
Campbell told me about the situation here. I thought I might be of some use.
There's no one I'd rather have in a foxhole than you.
Well, I know lots about survival in a harsh environment. I've lived in Alaska longer than you, so call me if you have any questions about the flora or fauna out here. My frequency is 141.80.
And yeah, that's the same McDonald Miller or Kazuhira Miller if you've played certain games in the series. That's the same Master Miller who first appeared in actually Metal Gear 2, which is the game before this, but he also has appeared in things like Peace Walker, and his most prominent role I can think of would be Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain, because he's the guy who kind of helped with Big Boss.
I moved the DARPA chief to the cell in the first floor basement.
What about the vent shaft cleaning?
They just opened the vent covers. They're about to start spraying for rats.
First floor basement ventilation shaft.
Shut those covers as soon as they're done spraying. Also, keep your eye on that woman in the cell. Don't get careless now.
Woman in the cell?
Did something happen?
There's an intruder.
Really?
He's already done 3 people.
He's killed 3 people?
Yeah. Say he's using stealth, too.
Stealth? There's an intruder besides me?
Anyway, I want you to increase the security detail on the chief.
That line delivery got a lot funnier considering how badly I'm playing this game right now. Because as soon as Snake heard, someone's using stealth? It couldn't be me. Oh man, anyways, yeah. Well, yeah, Kazuhiro Miller, same guy from the other Metal Gear games. If you don't know what those games are, then he's just a guy. He was Snake's drill instructor, that's all you need to know. Yeah. Again, I feel like I keep saying this. I'm just playing this to kind of have fun and enjoy it, and because I want to play it. I know I'm bad at the game. I know I missed the chaff grenades back there. If anyone has like played this game thoroughly and is about to start crapping on the way I play it, you're kind of completely justified. But I'm just trying it out kind of for the first time. Really the second time, but even still.
Press the action button to drop down.
Glad I needed to know that. Would have never figured. Actually, I probably wouldn't have figured that out. Oh my god, another call. Okay.
Use the elevator to change floors. There should be a cargo elevator that you can take down somewhere around there. Try to find it.
And then did he say he was in the basement? I already can't remember. Crap. You can also sneak by the cameras by kind of shimmying underneath them like this. So like I'm gonna try and grab thermal goggles. Okay, those might come in handy. Anyways, I think yeah, there's gotta be another. I think there's another vent in this room, and we take that to where we need to go. We'll see if we can at least get to Donald Anderson, the DARPA chief, in this level or this episode. Then we'll probably call it quits. I don't know. I've been playing for a long time, but again, it's kind of hard to make progress in this game with super long cutscenes and, you know, me being bad at it. Crap! No, you stupid game! Yeah, this game was not designed to be played with analog sticks, and even with the D-pad, it doesn't work super great because, you know, old school original PlayStation 1 game, so stuff like that'll happen where I'm just trying to go down the stairs and all of a sudden, no, you decide you don't want to go down the stairs, Mr. Metal Gear, you just want to keep on walking. Is that water? I don't seem to remember this. Then again, I get... Yeah, does anyone else have a series like this where they are like intimately related with the series and they know like all the lore and all the stuff and all the secrets about it, but they haven't actually played all the games or have actually experienced the games firsthand? I've played Metal Gear Solid 2, 3, Phantom Pain, Peace Walker, but I still never played the original. I know a ton of secrets. I know how we can get bonus cutscenes. I know that if we missed getting the SOCOMP pistol at the beginning of the game, we could crawl into one of these vents and we'd overhear a conversation where the guards will tell us where a second SOCOMP is located. But when it comes to actually playing it, I've never played the game before, and therefore I'm trash at it. I've probably already proven why I should have just played Bounty Hunter instead. I at least kind of knew what I'm doing there. Okay, I think I actually need to get to that elevator. I was wrong. So, go in here, action button. I think you said basement 1. Yeah, it's starting to come back to me a little bit.
Look at the radar. It's picking up the DARPA chief. He's the green dot. Hurry and rescue him.
I guess whenever she says green dot, she means that mess of green pixels immediately to our right on the mini-map there. So, like, he's right on the other side of that wall. Okay, how do I... That door's level 6. We can't get in there. Yeah, we'll get key cards later in the game that we can access some of these doors, like level 1 and so forth. What's really agitating, though, in all the future games... you automatically have the highest keycard equipped and it can just open any door. However, in this game, much like Metal Gear on the MSX, if you have if you have to manually equip the right key card for the right door, which is kind of terrifying whenever you're like on the run trying to escape. However, it also accurately simulates flipping through your keys. Another codec call.
Snake, if you want to go up or down a ladder, just press the action button by...
I know how to go up and down a ladder. You wouldn't think because of how incompetent I am, but I do know how to go up and down a ladder. What's over this way? It looks like there's some ammo or something.
Oh, kinda damn cold. I hate Alaska. Boy, oh boy, that woman is built all right.
Well, I'm glad we caught the guard while he was on his toilet break, which... I wonder if we're going to see him out of this window, too. Hold on, let me grab, yeah, SOCOMP bullets. Good, now I'm almost full of ammunition. Let's look down here again. Nothing there. Okay, let's go back to crawling through the vents the right way. Now, if we look down in this vent, we'll see one of the greatest characters in this game.
Not him.
No, go back to staring at Meryl. This is Meryl. One of my... Again, despite having never played this game growing up, I watched a lot of YouTubers play this game, hence why I'm now make videos on YouTube. Meryl was among some of my first video game crushes, and probably is part of the reason to blame for my obsession with tomboys. Anyways, you know what? I'll make up some of the bad gameplay to y'all. So as you see, she's in there, she's working out, doing crunches, trying to stay in shape. This is one of those instances where there's a little bonus secret. Every time, I think if you leave the vent and you come back, she's doing a different exercise. So I'm going to show a few of those off, then we're going to go get the Dharma Chief. That's how I'm going to make up my awful playing so far to you guys, is by showing you a little secret in the game. So as you see now, she's doing push-ups in her cell. Actually, I think that's one-handed push-ups. Man, you go, girl. If you come back up here a third time and you look down, now she's doing leg stretches. Then if you come back a fourth time, I can't remember how many times it is where you can come back there. Okay, yeah, no, it's the fourth time. Yeah, just in case you were wondering, yes, this game was made by a Japanese man. Ah, well, sex appeal in my videos might actually help me out. I mean, I guess if you consider pixelated panties as sex appeal.
Snake, the DARPA chief's signal is coming from somewhere in that area. Isn't there some place to drop down? Take a look around in first-person view mode.
Okay, so this vent should be the Dharma Chief, or DARPA. Not Dharma, I'm watching too much Lost.
Who's that?
I'm here to save you. You're the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, right?
You here to save me, huh? What's your outfit?
I'm the pawn they sent here to save your worthless butt.
Really? It's true. You don't look like one of them. In that case, hurry up and get me out of here.
Slow down. Don't worry. First, I want some information about the terrorists.
The terrorists?
Do they really have the ability to launch a nuke?
What are you talking about?
The terrorists are threatening the White House. They say if they don't accede to their demands, they'll launch a nuclear weapon.
Sweet Jesus.
Is it possible?
It's possible. They could launch a nuke.
How do they plan to launch? I thought this place was just for keeping the dismantled warheads. They shouldn't have access to a missile.
What I'm about to tell you is classified information. Okay? We were conducting exercises with a new type of experimental weapon. A weapon that will change the world.
What?
A weapon with the ability to launch a nuclear attack from any place on the face of the Earth. A nuclear-equipped walking battle tank.
Metal Gear. It can't be.
You knew? Metal Gear is one of the most secret black projects. How did you know that?
We've had a couple of run-ins in the past. So that's the reason you were here at this disposal site?
Why else would I come to a godforsaken place like this?
I had heard the Metal Gear project was scrapped.
On the contrary, it's grown into a huge joint project between ArmsTech and ourselves. We were going to use this exercise as raw data and then proceed to mass production. If it hadn't been for the revolution.
Revolution?
Rex has fallen into the hands of terrorists.
Rex?
Metal Gear Rex. The code name for the new Metal Gear prototype. They're probably already finished arming the warhead they plan to use with Rex. These guys are pros. They're all experienced in handling and equipping weapons.
Hey! Shut up in there, will ya?
But I thought that all nuclear warheads were equipped with safety measures. Some kind of detonation code that you have to input.
Oh, you mean PAL? Yes, of course, there is a PAL. It's set up so that you need to input 2 different passwords in order to launch the device.
There are 2 passwords?
Yes. Baker knows one, and I know one.
Baker? The president of ArmsTech?
That's right. Each of us needs to input our password, or there can be no launch. But they found out my password.
You talked?
Psycho Mantis can read people's minds. You can't resist.
Psycho Mantis?
One of the members of Foxhound. He has psychic powers.
This is bad.
It's just a matter of time before they get Baker's too.
If they find out Baker's password...
Yes, they'll be able to launch a nuke anytime. But there is a way to stop the launch.
What?
The card keys.
Card keys?
They were designed by ArmsTech, the system developers, as an emergency override. Even without the passwords, you can just insert the card keys and engage the safety lock.
And if I do that?
Yes. You can stop the launch.
That card key.
So where are the keys?
Baker should have them. Listen, you need 3 card keys. There are 3 different slots to put them in. You need to insert a card into each one of them.
Okay, 3 card keys. Do you know where they might be keeping Baker?
Somewhere in the 2nd floor basement.
2nd floor basement?
I heard the guards say they moved him to an area that has a lot of electronic jamming.
Any other clues?
Yes. They cemented over the entrances, but didn't have enough time to paint them. Why don't you look for the areas where the walls are a different color? Here, take this. It's my ID card. It'll open any level 1 security door. It's called a PAN card. It works together with your body's own electrical field.
Personal area network, huh?
It transmits data using the salts in your body as the transmission medium. As you approach the door's security devices, they'll read the data stored in the card.
And the doors will open automatically. Gotcha. Okay, I'm gonna get you out of here.
Wait a minute.
What is it?
You haven't heard any other way to disarm the PAL, have you? From your bosses or anyone?
No.
Are you sure you haven't heard anything?
I just said no.
So does the White House plan to give in to the terrorists' demands?
That's their problem. It has nothing to do with my orders.
But what about the Pentagon?
Pentagon? What is it?
Hey, what happened?
dead.
Naomi, the chief. What happened?
I don't know. It looked like a heart attack, but...
A heart attack? No.
Colonel, are you hiding something from me?
Absolutely not. Snake, you've got to understand. This op is security level red. You need the highest security clearance to get access to the complete file.
You want me to believe that you're in charge of this op, but you don't have complete access to the file?
I told you, the Secretary of Defense is in operational control. I'm just here as your support. Snake, we don't have time to debate. Get out of there and find President Baker.
So yeah, that was a lot of information. And yeah, there's some ruckus going on outside. And you can kind of see that going on our minimap. Anyways, yeah, so the DARPA chief, Donald Anderson, is dead. Also, by the way, if you played Metal Gear Solid 3, Snake Eater, then that's DARPA chief... The door just opened. Anyways, the DARPA chief is actually the same guy as... Do they call him Sigint? And I'm so used to calling him Donald Anderson, but I think it's Sigint. But it's one of your radio support guys from Metal Gear Solid 3. That's not really a spoiler because it's just saying it's the same person, years later in life. Anyways, I think we're going to call the video quits there because we realize what we're dealing with. I don't know why that death pose kind of looks funny to me. But yeah, so we're up against a Metal Gear, which we've run into before as Snake in both Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2. It's the name of the series. But yeah, it's pretty much a mobile nuclear missile platform. Think like a giant tank on legs, which is the most Japanese thing I can think of. Except it, can launch nukes to anywhere in the world because of its propulsion systems it has on board. That's the threat level we're dealing with. And it's very fitting that a Japanese man would create a series all about this super highly dangerous nuclear weapon. But I'll probably end up rambling about Kojima and all his influences and stuff later. But for now, I'm going to go ahead and call the video there. So I'll see you next time when we return to Metal Gear Solid. Bye-bye.